Welcome back, students. We are going to start part 2 money market. This is module 4 lesson 3 part 2 money market. Here we are going to discuss instruments of money market. Now what are the instruments of money market that we will see? Number 1, call or notice money market. We will see the explanation of that. The call notice money market forms an important segment of the Indian money market. Under call money market, funds are transacted on overnight basis. Under notice money market, funds are transacted for the period between 2 days to 14 days. The funds lent in the notice money market do not have specific repayment date when the deal is made. The lender issues a notice to a borrower 2-3 days before the funds are to be paid. On the receipt of this receipt notice, the borrower will have to repay the funds within a given time. Generally, banks rely on the call money market where they raise funds for a single day. The main participants in the call money markets are commercial banks, cooperative banks and primary dealers. The eligible participants are free to decide on interest rate in the call money market. The call rate is highly variable from day to day, from center to center. Call money markets are mainly located in big commercial centers like Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Delhi and Ahmedabad. So you have to write about the first instrument of money market, that is call or notice money market. Second, treasury bills. In short, it is called as T-bills. Treasury bills are short-term securities issued by RBI on behalf of Government of India. At present, Government of India issues 3 types of treasury bills through auctions, namely 91 days, 182 days and 364 days treasury bills. T-bills are highly liquid, readily available, low transaction cost and assured yield. T-bills are now available for minimum amount of rupees 25,000 and multiples of rupees 25,000. Next, commercial bills. Commercial bills is a short-term negotiable and self-liquidity instrument with low risk. They are negotiable instruments drawn by a seller on the buyer for the value of the goods delivered by him. Such bills are called as trade bills. And when the trade bills are accepted by commercial banks, they are called as commercial bills. The maturity period is up to 90 days. Now the next is certificates of deposits, CDs. CDs are unsecured negotiable promissory notes issued at discount to the face value. They are issued by commercial banks and development financial institution. CDs were introduced in India in June 1989 to enable commercial banks to raise funds from market through CDs. CDs were issued in multiples of rupees 25 lakhs to rupees 1 crore. They have maturity period of 3 months to 1 year. Next, commercial papers. In short, it is called as CPs. Commercial paper is an unsecured money market instrument issued in the form of promissory note with fixed maturity. They are quite safe and highly liquid. CPs were introduced in India in January 1990. Next, repos. The repo is useful money market instrument which enables the smooth adjustment of short-term liquidity among the money market participants such as banks, financial institutions and others. The repos in government securities were first introduced in India in December 1992. Since November 1996, RBI has introduced reverse repo. Repo rate is the rate at which banks borrow from RBI, and reverse repo rate is the rate at which RBI borrows from banks. This definition you have to by heart it. Repo rate is the rate at which banks borrow from RBI, and reverse repo rate is the rate at which RBI borrows from banks. Repo and reverse repo rate are announced by RBI as per the requirement of monetary policy. The reverse repo rate is less than the repo rate. Next, liquidity adjustment facility. It was introduced, in short it is called as LAF. It was introduced by RBI in June 2000. It is a monetary policy tool which allows banks to borrow money from RBI. LAF is used to help banks in adjusting the day-to-day mismatches in the liquidity. The next, marginal standing facility, MSF. MSF has become effective from 9th May 2011. Under this scheme, banks have been allowed to borrow overnight at their discretion up to 2% of their respective net demand and time liability NDTL at 1% above the repo rate. Next, money market mutual funds. This is MMFS. RBI introduced MMFS in April 1992 to enable small investors to participate in money markets. The main aim of these funds is to preserve principal and maintain high liquidity. These are the instruments of Indian money market. These are the 9 instruments, and this you have to give in a very particular way. This is how you have to present in your answer. The question can be explain the instruments of Indian money market. So all the 9 points you have to cover in that. Thank you very much.